Tangible goals. I believe in setting intangible goals. What do I mean by that? I mean, a lot of times we're asking and believing God for material things. I want a new car, I want a new house, I want to have a better body, I want to have a better relationship, I want a better job, I want a business, I want to travel. But I believe that sometimes we put those things out of order, that if we have the intangible goals such as courage and discipline and faith and self-worth, time management, anger management, if we're able to manage our emotions, if we're able to have discernment and wisdom so that we can choose wisely, I believe that if we have more courage and boldness, I believe that if we are more disciplined with our time and we overcome procrastination, I believe if we find ourselves worthy of having the goals, those are the magnets that attract those things to us. But I believe a lot of times people are asking God for stuff and they haven't even changed. They haven't even, you always hear about people that win the lottery and they lose it shortly after that because nothing changed on the inside. If they were a high spender, if they were selfish before, if they had some poor time management skills and money management skills, that money, they just blew it. If they were a people pleaser, they gave it away to everybody else. So we have to work on the inside before we start asking for things on the outside that are material. I have counseled with many women that have had drastic surgery, bypasses, tummy tucks, to change their body image. And you know what? I've seen them lose 100 pounds. I've seen them drop in dress sizes drastically. But you know what didn't change was their opinion of themselves. They still were self-loathing. They still couldn't accept a compliment. They still looked in the mirror and saw the old person because nothing changed on the inside. I've seen women, you could walk up to them and tell them, you look beautiful. And they can't receive it. We have to really watch the thoughts that we hold on to. Listen, all of us at some point in our lives, maybe several times, will find ourselves sitting in a classroom at a university. And the university is called the University of Adversity. Yeah, pain. The kind of pain that takes your breath away. The kind of pain that makes you feel like you're going to die. The kind of pain that makes you feel you've been forsaken and that you just can't get through it. And so I love teaching a coping skill called resiliency. And that's what I talk about with my t-shirts and my books. The ability to cope with pain and bounce back. Pull your big girl panties up, pull your grown man pants up and suck it up. Get over it, get through it, move forward. Don't let it kill you. Don't lay there and die. Get up from that pool and know that you can make it. You can endure it. You're going to be all right. But you have to know how to be resilient. A feedback I got from my sister when she was going through her divorce several years ago, and she was in heart-wrenching pain, and I felt bad, and I wanted to help her, and I wanted to fix it, and I wanted the pain to go away. And I realized that, when we're baptized in our tears, and our blood, and our sweat, and our pain, when we're baptized in our own tears, we have to come up out of that pool a different person. We have to come up and realize that we have to walk by faith and not by sight. And so when she would call me crying and overwhelmed, I love what she shared with me. She says, Jewel, what you said to me that helped me to get going again. She said, Jewel, you've got to pray with your feet. And I love that because it's so true. Prayer without works is dead. You can't just lay there and just ask God to fix it for you. You have to get up and do your part and be a co-partner with God, a co-creator, and know that you have to take action when you're feeling overwhelmed with pain. And you have to embrace the pain. Pain comes as a teacher. What is your pain teaching you? I'm going to say it again. Pain is a teacher. It wakes us up or it can shut us down. It's like a diamond. When pain comes, it can either polish you up and make you brighter, or it can crush you into tiny pieces. Pray with your feet when you find yourself in a storm. Pray with your feet when you find yourself in the classroom at the University of Adversity. Get in the front row, pay attention, take notes, because pain is teaching you something. It's teaching you about discernment. It's teaching you about courage. It's teaching you about faith. It's teaching you about other people. It's teaching you life. It's teaching you how to endure. It's teaching you how to go for it. It's teaching you how to believe in yourself. It's teaching you about consequences of choices. It's teaching you about relationships. Pain is a teacher. It's teaching you that life is full of cycles and seasons and changes. Life brings to us things we cannot change and we cannot fix and we cannot control. What is pain teaching you? Get in the front row of the University of Adversity. Take notes. Pay attention so you don't have to take that class again. And if you do find yourself in that class again of pain, look at your notes and remember that God brought you through the last time. Remember what you did the last time. Remember how you affirmed yourself. Remember how you connected with the right people. Remember how you walked by faith and not by sight. Look at your notes and remember what pain taught you the last time. God bless you and stay in the light.
You know, being on the road for 30 years as a motivational speaker, life coach, and author, I tend to sometimes take for granted my journey and my testimony. And I'm always reminded by my sister Joy and others how important it is to share how I took my leap of faith, how I jumped off the cliff, how I just walked by faith and not by sight. 30-something years ago, I walked away from my job at aerospace industry here in Southern California and began my speaking platform as a motivational speaker. One of the first women of color to do it. I had no role models at the time to show me how to do it. I never took a class in Toastmasters. I just knew that there was a compelling desire, purpose inside of me, and I was going to just do it. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a coach. I never took a class. No one gave me permission. I just jumped. I took that leap of faith. I walked by faith and not by sight and haven't turned back since. I had no idea, though, when I did that I'd be speaking in London, Jamaica, Brazil, Cancun, the Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos, St. Kitts, 35 of the United States, and coming up soon I'll be speaking in South Africa and Hawaii. Man, oh man, what happens when you jump, when you leap, when you jump off the cliff and you go for it? Amazing things begin to happen. Did I know what I know now? Did I have the experience I have now? Of course not. All of that comes. The wings are developed as you soar. The resources come. The confidence is built. Your resume is built. People come and go out of your life. But I tell you, I wouldn't take nothing from my journey now. I am so happy because I know at this stage of my life that our life is nothing but a vapor. And I want to be able to know that I have fulfilled my purpose. And to know that I was willing to jump, I was willing to leap, not knowing if I'd land. I'm wondering if it's because I'm wired as a right brain person. Some people are very dominant left brain thinkers, and left brain thinkers are strategists. They suffer from paralysis of analysis. They overthink, they strategize, they're very linear. Things have to go in a certain order, and when they don't go in a certain order, it stresses them out. And so if you are a left brain thinker, you may never jump. You may never take a leap of faith because you are overthinking, overanalyzing, doing the research, and you think you're doing something, but what you need now is the faith to go ahead and leap. I mean, as a right brain thinker that I am, you know, I can tend to be impulsive, but I'm grateful that I'm wired in such a way that I'm not fearful of trying something new. I love adventure. No 2 days are the same. No 2 speaking engagements have been the same. I have spoken at colleges and schools and military bases and hospitals and government agencies. You name the letters, I've been there. EPA, IRS, FDIC, the Pentagon. I mean, the list goes on. So I left human resources in the aerospace industry to jump, to leap, to take a walk of faith, to walk into my purpose and my destiny. And so I'm glad I can share with you in this moment my testimony. So maybe it will encourage somebody else. maybe I'll be that push for someone to say, go ahead. You've been standing at the cliff too long. You've been waiting for somebody. You want a golden parachute, and you don't need that. What you need is faith. You got to obey that golden gut. I remember speaking at an event years ago, and a man walked up to me and he said, Jewel Diamond Taylor, Jewel, I am sightless. I can't see anything. He said, but when you were speaking, I could tell and I could feel your passion. And he said, I simply want to say to you, thank you for following your golden gut. I will never forget that. What an affirmation. See, the affirmations have come after I took the leap, after I jumped. I didn't need affirmation. I didn't need validation. I didn't need permission. I just knew that it was my calling. But it's so wonderful to get feedback along the years to see that I'm still on purpose and I'm still valid and I'm still resonating with what people need to hear and what people need to know. So I want to encourage you today, if you're recognizing that you are wired to be a left brain person and you are overthinking, you're overanalyzing, you're strategizing, and you're waiting for the perfect moment, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And if you realize that you're a right brain person, now don't be too impulsive. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I was blessed. I'm married and I had a second income, and I was a very low maintenance person. I'd never been into name brand this and name brand that. I was willing to sacrifice. I put a lot of things on hold. I wasn't buying big ticket items. I had 2 small children at the time. So I streamlined my life. I did discount shopping. Come on, somebody. I made my career track a priority. And so I chose to invest in what I was doing because I knew that once I took that leap, once I jumped, I wanted it to work. I activated my faith by action. How are you going to activate your faith? See, one thing I know, I'm very comfortable in my skin doing what I'm doing. I know I was born for this. What were you born to do? Is it time for you to jump? Is it time for you to take a leap of faith? Are you waiting for somebody to come to the cliff and push you? Because sometimes life will push you off the cliff and you're like, ah! And you're scared. So go ahead. Do it, boo. Be one of many like me that can say, I was born for this.